Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about loops, the definition of loop and different kinds of loop, okay? Uh, what is loop? Loop can execute a block of code as long as a specified condition is reached, okay? This is the definition of loop. Now, how many types of loops are there in C++? We have three types of loops in C++, okay? While loop, do while loop, and for loop. What is while loop? Okay? While loop can execute a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Okay? As long as a specified condition is true. This is the definition of while loop. Now maybe you would ask that, okay, why do we need loops, okay? And why we have to use it? Because they save time, they reduce errors, and they make code more readable. That's the big reason why we are using loops, okay? I will give you an example. Include IOStream using namespace integer of main. So we already talked about these lines of code. If you don't know that what is, for example, this specific line doing, or this one, go ahead and check the first video in my YouTube channel, okay? So let's execute this code. Okay, so we are good to this point, okay? Now let's say that you want to print numbers from 0 to 100, okay? So what is the basic way? You have to do like cout 0, okay? And then end line, okay? Now copy and then paste, and let's say that this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2, okay? Let's execute this code. As you can see, 0, 1, 2, okay? So we print 3 numbers. But if you want to print, for example, 100 numbers, it will be so hard for you to copy and paste this line. Using loop is very easy. Just you need to memorize, or just you need to remember the syntax of a while loop, okay? And the syntax is while, parentheses, then curly brackets, and then the block of quotes, okay? Now let's say that you want to print numbers from 1 to 100, but by saving your time and by reducing the errors, okay? How you can do it? First of all, we need a variable, okay? And let's say that the data type is integer. Integer of x is assigned to 0, okay? Or you can assign it to 1. It's up to you. Do you want to start your numbers to start from 0, or you want to start your numbers from 1, okay? Integer of x is assigned to 1. X is less than 100. Because why 100? Because you want to print numbers from 1 to 100, okay? X is less than 100. And then the code. Cout, you want to print x, and you want space between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on, okay? And also you want to increase each number one by one, okay? For example, in this example, x is assigned to 1, and in the same time x is less than 100, so you want the x number to be increased from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, and so on to 100, okay? This code in the loop will run over and over again as long as a variable x is less than 100, okay? This is how it works. Let's execute this code. As you can see, we have a bunch of numbers from 1 to 99, okay? From 1 to 99. we saved our time, there are no errors, we didn't get any error at all. Okay, this is how we can use while loop. Now let's talk about do while loop. The second type of loop is do while loop. Okay, first of all, while and do while loop are kind of similar. Okay, so what is the definition of do while? Do while loop is a variant of the while loop. Okay, this loop will execute the code block once before checking if the condition is true. What is the syntax for do while loop? Okay, curly brackets, and then the statement while, and we need condition inside the parentheses. Okay, this is the syntax of do while loop. Now let's do the same example as we did for while loop. Integer of x is assigned to 0. Now what is the statement? Cout x inline. Okay, and then increase x for me. So what is the condition? The condition is that x is less than 100. As you can see, we got numbers from 0 to 99. Okay, now maybe you will think that, okay, what is the difference between while loop and do while loop? In C++, the main difference between while loop and do while loop, and also for loop, lies in their structure and the way they control the flow of the program. Okay, as we said, what is while loop? The while loop can execute a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. Okay, but the do while loop also executes a block of code on a specified condition, but the condition is evaluated after the execution of the loop's body, and this can guarantee that the loop will run at least once even if the condition is false. Okay, so this is the main difference between while loop and do while loop. That while loop, first the condition, they will check the condition, then they will execute the statement. But in while loop, first they will execute the statement, then they will check the condition. The last kind of loop is for loop. Okay, what is for loop? When you know exactly how many times you want to loop through a block of code, use for loop instead of a while loop. Okay, so the syntax for loop is for, and then parentheses, then curly brackets, and then the statement. Okay, now let's go back to for loop. Okay, inside the parentheses we need 3 statements: first one, second one, and third one. Okay, now let's say that I want to print numbers from 0 to 1, from 0 to 5 or to 6, or any number that you want. It's up to you. Okay, the first statement, it says that integer of x is assigned to, let's say, 0. Okay, the second statement says that x is greater, x is less than, let's say, 5 or 6 or any number that you want. Okay, and the last one is that x increment or increase x. Okay, then I need to print it, cout x end line. Let's execute this code. As you can see, we have numbers from 0 to 4. Now maybe you will ask a question that why is it starting from 0 and it ends at 4? Why the end number or the last number is not 5? Because we want 5 numbers, okay? 0 is the first one, 1 is the second, 2 is the third, 3 is the fourth, and 4 is the fifth number. Okay, so we need to print 5 numbers, and it is starting and it will start from 0. And if you want to start it from 1, you can do it. Okay, let's execute this code. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now where is my fifth number? Okay, why I have 4 numbers? Because we delete 0. Okay, and if you want, you can start from 2, but we will get 3 numbers because we delete 0 and 1. Okay, this is how it works. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to write it in comment section and I will make a video for your question. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good time, and also don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel.